What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more MLB plays today over on PrizePicks. Yesterday, we had one hell of a day in the video. I posted this as the free play yesterday, and we cashed that out. We cashed 5 of our legs there in the 6-man. The one leg was a reboot since you only had 2 plate appearances. What an entry yesterday in yesterday's video. Hopefully, you guys have those notifications on, and you were able to get in for that free MLB 6-man I gave you guys in yesterday's video. So, we went 5-0 yesterday, able to cash that entry out right there. Looking to hit some more plays in this video here. No 6-man today, but I do have some more plays available for you guys, and we can hopefully just keep cashing with some more winners today. So I'm going to get to these free plays shortly, but before we do so, if you guys have not already leaving a like on this video here, go ahead and do so, because if this video here gets to 150 likes, I'll drop a third bonus play in tomorrow's video for you guys, or maybe even drop like a 6-man or something here. I actually might even double upload. Maybe I go with some MLB plays. I also might do a WNBA video tomorrow. It might be a double upload type of day tomorrow. We'll see. But I'll be giving you guys some bonus plays if you guys do get this video here to 150 likes. Just drop a like, and while you're down and leaving a like, you may as well subscribe to the channel also with those notifications on. And lastly, before we get to the free plays, is to not miss out and check out the DubClub if you have not already. There's a link available in my description to get in with a special discount. There's a limited spots available. It's 25% off of your first month, or if you want to get in for the next 3 months, it is 50% off. It's a limited time offer. Go get it for yourself in my description. You can see all the different reviews that we have gotten here and all just the different testaments of guys just cashing out in our Discord here. And the first thing I recommend you do when you join the DubClub, by the way, is connect your Discord to DubClub. That way you get access to all the premium channels, which include my 6-man correlation slips, bankroll builders, underdog streaks. Gonna look to add another leg to it today, hopefully, if not tomorrow. We've cashed our first 4 legs so far in our underdog streak. You have my community chat, talk to me and other members. It's super easy to reach me. Just add me in the chat and I'll respond to you with any questions that you have. You also have my contributors tab here too, where they post their plays. Asmi's is golf plays, Emo is WNBA, Elo is soccer, Third One is tennis, and Nerdler is esports. I'm also going to be adding another guy into there here. Actually, this guy right here is in the voice chat right now. He should be posting some golf plays as well as some tennis plays. He has been crushing it in the chat. Everyone wanted him to have his own channel. I'll be setting that up today. There's so much available over in this Discord. In my opinion, it is definitely worth it. Come join us, man. Because like I said, we cashed that 6-man yesterday. We're also so close to cashing multiple. We had this miss right here by 1 leg, which was a goblin. We needed Michael Garcia here to just have a hit, and he was not able to do so. What a cash out for 725. Also, this 3-man right here would have paid out about 412. Missed by Tatis right there. He got pulled early. Really interesting that he did not cover, considering the Padres scored 8 runs. Tatis usually plays pretty well and wins, just not yesterday, unfortunately. But we clearly had a great day yesterday with a lot of great reads, and we actually had a profitable day as well. We also cashed a 2-man yesterday too, by the way. So DubClub had a great day. Come join us with the link available in my description. Go get in with that discount right now, 25% off your first month or 50% off of the next 3 months. And now with that out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Make sure you play responsibly at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here if you have not already, and subscribe. If you're not on PrizePicks, use promo code DOMG when signing up to get a couple of bonuses. And let's get to these plays. The first play on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be over in the hits plus runs plus RBIs category. That is because tonight I like Jonathan Aranda over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs against the White Sox tonight. The Rays are back at home in their minor league stadium, spring training stadium, and he has been great at home and against righties. He's in a great spot. So there are a lot of reasons to like him today. First off, it's a little bit of like a plus EV kind of in a way. It's just high odds. It's like a minus 130 on certain apps out there, which I do still like. You can see here he's been over this in 54% of games this year. He faces Sean Burke, who's a righty. Against righties, he's been over in 60%. Games at home, he's been over in 59%. Home games against righties, over in 69% of games, as you can see there. He's had a couple of bad games lately, but it's really games where he's still getting hits, but his team is just not performing around him. Like, he had a hit in this game here, they only scored 1 run. Hit here, only 1 run. He had a hit in this game, they only scored 3 runs. Their team total is a lot higher in this game, and overall I think he's in a pretty good spot. The Rays are also massive favorites in this game at home, so in games where they win this year, he's been even better. Go over in 65%. Wins against righties at 68%. Wins against righties at home, 70% of games. So I think he's in a very good spot just based off those splits and the kind of the metrics there. You also can see here, though, that he is facing Sean Burke, who again is a righty, where he has a higher batting average against righties. Sean Burke is slightly better against lefties, I will say, which is kind of a little bit interesting considering most pitchers are worse against the opposite handiness, and hitters usually typically better against the opposite handiness, but he does still have a 3.35 ERA and a 2.30 batting average allowed, which is still not very good. What I love to hear, though, is the pitch arsenal here, because he throws mainly the fastball and the slider. Aranda here has a 379 on-base average, which is extremely high. Against fastball, though, is a 441, and the slider is a 373. It's in the red here, but it's still, just because it's like a little bit less than his average, but a 373 on-base average against a pitch is still extremely, extremely good. The fastball is even better, though, at a 441, which he throws about 41% of the time. So you can see all the different reasons why I think he's going to have a pretty good performance in this game. I think he'll have at least a hit. I just think the Rays need to score some runs around him, which they are expected to do today. So I don't mind the home run upside, too, for him being at home here in Tampa. So I love that stadium. I love taking overs when they play in Tampa because that stadium is just so good. The wind is very good also when it's blowing out. A lot of ways that Aranda can cover this one here, especially with all of the splits in his favor here. Before we get to the next play, if you're not yet on Sleeper Picks, it's one of the best apps out there right now because of all the promos that they run and also for their new user offers. Right now, if you are a new user on Sleeper, you can actually get a first-time deposit match up to $100 and a free square when you use my promo code DOMG when signing up. Link is available in my description, 18 years and older, available in most states. But you can see here also that they could actually offer a better payout than an app like PrizePicks. For example, if you like Shane Baz over fantasy score today and maybe you like George Kirby under fantasy score, 3.32x payout over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x over on PrizePicks. It's a really cool app out there. They have pretty much every single category that you can think of on the board here for pretty much every single player. There's a lot more available compared to a lot of the other apps out there. So if you want Sleeper, go get it for yourself in my description and use that promo code DOMG when signing up because that helps me out and helps you out. Moving on to my next play, we're going to head over to the fantasy score this time around. If you do not have fantasy score available to you or you're not on PrizePicks, I'm okay with instead the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs today for Drake Baldwin. But if you're on PrizePicks, I like his over 5 fantasy score today against the Giants. Baldwin's in a pretty good spot for a couple of reasons, just like, of course, Jonathan Aranda was. You can see Baldwin has had at least 5 fantasy score in only 48% of games this year, but in his last 20, over in 55%. Hits, runs, and RBIs is pretty similar, over in 43%. In the last 10 games, 50%. In the last 20, also 50%. So overall, pretty good. Not too bad, especially as of late. But you can see here how he has been in wins this year because the Braves are pretty big favorites here. This game also has one of the highest over-unders on the slates, like the second or third highest, I think, behind Coors. But in wins this year, he's actually been especially good, over in 59%, as you can see there. And even better in the last couple of games there, covering in like 6 of his last 7 games, as you see there. He actually even had a hit in this game here, but his team just did not really help him get into some run and RBI situations. At home this year, he's also been very good, over in 53% right there. Wins at home, going over in 63% there. But what I like a lot, too, is going to be his splits in this game. Or not his splits, but more of his matchup stats here against Birdsong. So you can see here, though, that it's a slightly worse batting average against righties, but it's not really that much worse, and I still prefer the opposing handing this matchup here because he's a lefty going against a righty. Also, Birdsong is much, much worse against lefties. 275 batting average allowed with a 5.34 ERA. That is very, very bad. If you know nothing about baseball stats, just know that is very, very bad. As a pitcher, you do not want that. So, but Baldwin also, though, has a 361 on-base average, and he faces mainly the fastball and the slider today. Perfect pitches for him. He has a 434 on-base average against the fastball and the slider, a 366. We love those as well. It's higher than his average. That is exactly what we were looking for. Baldwin's in a pretty good spot against Birdsong, I'd say, with the lefty matchup here and Birdsong being so bad against these opposing lefties. And also the pitch mix here being in his favor as well. And also just the fact that the Braves are favored in this game with a very high over-under puts Baldwin in a very good spot. Also, there's a slight bit of value here on PrizePicks also with him being at 5 fantasy score, yet a minus 140 over hits, runs, and RBIs. If you guys are like a minus 140 or anything pretty much higher at hits, runs, and RBIs, what I like to do is take the over of 5 fantasy score, or if it's anything less than that, just because there's a little bit of like value there. Because there's other ways that guys can cover their fantasy score, and also if you cover your hits, runs, and RBIs, you're usually having at least 5 fantasy score, if that kind of makes sense. So I explain a lot better in the DubClub and the Discord, but it's really just kind of math and like EV at the end of the day. It's just a lot of good value typically. So those are my plays though. It's going to be a 2-man today. I like Drake Baldwin over 5 fantasy score on PrizePicks or over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I also like Jonathan Aranda here over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for himself. There's a lot more plays available over in the DubClub. There will also be some 6-mans that I'm going to be posting today as well. So go get in right now. There's 25% off your first month linked in my description. Click on that claim button right there, or 50% off of the next 3 months. So go get in right now if you guys are interested. The DubClub is a pretty good place to be. One of the streaks we had not too long ago, by the way, 5 to 1,000 right there is a guy that got cashed out for 2 legs early. Looking to run that streak right back up, hopefully adding another leg to that today. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys hopefully in the next video. Best of luck. If you want to submit over $5,000 of profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.